For 1,123 years, it stood. Constantinople was not just a city. It was an idea. Founded by Constantine the Great in 330 AD, it sat at the crossroads between Europe and Asia. Its walls had never been breached. 23 sieges, every one of them failed. It had become more than a city. It had become a symbol. But by 1453, the empire was a ghost. A single city, all that remained. A ghost city inside a ghost empire. And surrounding it on all sides, the Ottomans. When Mehmed II became Sultan at just 19, they thought he was a boy. He was not. He hired an engineer to build a weapon unlike anything the world had ever seen. On the other side of those walls stood the last emperor of Rome, Constantine XI Palaiologos. He had sent letters to every Christian king in Europe. France was at war with England. Spain fought its own battles. The Pope offered prayers, but not soldiers. He was left with fewer than 8,000 men to defend 12 miles of walls. On April the 6th, 1453, the Ottoman army arrived. 80,000 men, 320 ships, and 69 cannons, including a weapon unlike anything they had ever seen. For the first time in 1,000 years, the walls began to crack. And every night, they rebuilt them, knowing they would fall again the next morning. The defenders had one great advantage: the harbor. Protected by a massive chain, no ship could enter. The city's sea walls were safe. And then, Mehmed did something nobody had ever done before. 70 ships hauled out of the water and dragged over land. In a single night. The night before the final assault, Constantine XI rode through his city one last time. He stopped at the Hagia Sophia. Greeks and Latins, Orthodox and Catholic, enemies in theology, praying together. For the last time. He asked for forgiveness. Then he walked to the walls and waited. May 29, 1453, 1:30 a.m. At 1:30 in the morning, everything began at once. Wave after wave, they came. The walls were no longer enough. A small gate left unlocked. They poured through. Constantine removed his crown. He chose to die as a soldier. And he walked into the fighting. He was never seen again. Mehmed entered the city that afternoon. Mehmed II, he was 21. The city was silent. He went directly to the Hagia Sophia. Inside, people had taken shelter. He knelt. Then he rose and gave one order. What followed was an exodus. Scholars, artists, priests, carrying knowledge centuries old. They moved west, into cities like Florence, where ideas began again. Historians would later call it the beginning of something new, born from the fall of a city. Today, the city is called Istanbul. The Hagia Sophia still stands. The same stones, a different world. In Greece, the day is still remembered. A grief that never ended. The walls still stand. And somewhere beneath the city, they say he waits. He has not come back yet.